Hello, friends. It's been a minute, about 365 days worth of minutes, actually, if we're gonna like keep track. But I'm here and I'm ready for some Halloween looks. My name's Caitlin. If you've never been here before, which you probably don't come here often because I don't post often, I like makeup. Specifically, I like making Halloween makeup videos, but that's beside the point. If you want to, feel free to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want. What am I doing today? So I've been planning for like the last couple weeks what I'm gonna do for my Halloween looks, and I decided what might be fun, okay? When I first did my first ever Halloween look on this channel, well, second, I guess technically, I did a pop art zombie, and I decided what a better thing to do now that you're a little bit better at face painting. I don't wanna say I'm like great at it, but I'm a little better than recreate the pop art zombie. So that's what we're doing today. I will put on the screen some inspiration images of what we're doing. And with that being said, let's get started. So to start off, I did do a base of foundation because I'm going to be using cream paints on my face base today. I use the Infallible Up to 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation by L'Oreal. It is not my shade, but it's fine because it's gonna just go underneath our paint. So my Makeup Forever Flash palette, my tried and true, I want to make myself a green zombie today. I believe when I did my look before, I was a green zombie. Let me find the picture because I think I might have been. Ah, yes. Baby's first ever Halloween look. Green. So we're gonna do that again. It will be way less patchy. I can well, I shouldn't promise that. I can try to promise you that. And I have real face paints now, so hopefully the lines won't be so gray. The Makeup Forever Flash palette is a cream paint palette. When you're using cream paints, they are very sticky. They're kind of tough to work with if you don't set them aggressively, which we will be doing today, but they actually work best with like a foundation base underneath. It helps them stay a little bit more consistent. They blend a little bit better, things like that. So I'm gonna be taking the green and I'm gonna mix it with some white, and we're gonna make like a nice light green because I don't wanna be that green, like sickly green. So we're gonna go with this. A true artiste. So I mixed the dark green plus the white. I also added in a hair of yellow. I don't know, I want it to be a little bit more neon. So I think I'm going to add in a few more little color mixtures and just hope I have enough that I don't have to mix this again later, or I might not have the same color. And you know what? We're just gonna hope for the best. All right, so I mixed a concoction here, but while I was doing that, I was realizing I should probably, which would be smart, paint, or not paint, but draw out on my chest where I don't wanna paint, so I can add like the little like skeleton, rib bone, spine shit, you know? So let's do that. I have a white eyeliner pencil based on the inspiration look that I'm using. This is by an artist, what is her name? Should be, oh, Illuminati. She was on Makeup, or Glow Up, sorry, the Netflix show, the competition show, where you are a makeup artist and you compete to win, blah, blah, blah. She's phenomenal. So we're gonna copy some of her today. I want to do a little bit up the neck. And down this way. And down. You can't really see all of that, but we'll figure it out. Lucky for us, this white will be very easily covered up because she's a hot ass mess. I'm also going to do, she did a little something something on her arms, and I might try to do that. We'll see. If we don't get to that, we don't get to that, you know? All right, now that I have that, I am going to just start painting all over my body, my whole face, my whole neck, my whole chest. Everything is gonna be green when I come back. Okay? Okay. I'm a wee bit green, you know, just like a little bit. So I realized I have an itch. I didn't also map out where I wanted all the other stuff to go. So I did that, okay? Now I'm trying to think what color I wanna put in like these gaps, right? The reference picture that I am mainly working with had a pink with a green inside. I did green. I don't know if I want to do pink inside though. I kind of want to do yellow. Is that crazy? Am I crazy? This person has blue, pink could be a good option because it feels a little bit more like realistic. Like, are we going realistic? Also, I need to draw in, if I'm gonna start painting in these areas, I do need to draw in my bones, which is going to be a bit tough because I'm not very good at that. So, you know, it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. I think it's fine. Maybe we do pink, like a bright pink. It'll be fun. It'll be like bright and neon and exciting. Okay, this shoulder looks rough. You start with some bones. You got some spines, if you will. Okay, got some spines. Can't see it, but they're there, I promise. When it's painted white, you'll be able to see it. Okay, we got this here. And then what if we just like, you know, do that? And I'm not very good at symmetry. That is not one of my fortes. That's what they always talk about in that show, the, what's it called? Makeup Glow Up. They also have like a timed thing. I can't imagine. I feel like I'd be okay, but not like great, you know? Mainly because I don't do makeup enough. Probably when I used to do it 24/7, I'd be a golden, you know? But I just don't do it enough anymore. Which leads me to a quick little recap. Where have I been? What have I been up to? What am I doing now? Where have I been? Great question you ask. Why don't I answer it for you? I have been taking a very long break from makeup content. I wasn't having fun anymore. And I think I said this last year when I did my Halloween look. I just wasn't really enjoying it as much. And at that point, if I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing it, right? So I started to just kind of take a break. I started to get into my own things. I was reading a lot more. Last year, I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. So I just wasn't doing it anymore, right? That still has continued. I couldn't, most weeks, I don't even put makeup on my face, you know? Like I haven't put in the effort of putting makeup on in so long that it almost is like a little scary to me because that was like my whole life, right? Like makeup was my everything and now I just don't care. And that's a little weird. I'm not good at drawing skeleton stuff. That is one thing that I am not very well versed on, I guess. Yeah, I just wasn't really enjoying it anymore and I simply just wanted to take a break. So I did. And now I've been doing a lot of stuff on Twitch actually. And I started Twitch by doing makeup and then also doing like live streaming, but I just found that like, I just don't care enough about my physical appearance to want to do makeup just to stream, you know? So unless I have like a good reason or some sort of event or anything that requires me to put makeup on, I don't. And I am having a lot of fun not wearing makeup. But I do know that Halloween is the one time a year where I get fucking pumped. And I do want to make videos, and that's why I'm here, you know? So at least there's that. So that's really all. There's nothing like that deep into it other than that. I just haven't been wanting to, you know? I've been really enjoying doing Twitch and streaming and having fun with that instead. So that's just kind of what I've been doing. This is a Real Techniques brush. This is Pointed Foundation brush, and we're just gonna dip it straight into the white on my palette, my Makeup Forever palette. And we're going to paint. I'm gonna fill in the white skeleton parts as a base. We'll go back over it later, you know, so like it doesn't really have to be perfect. And then we will end up doing pink in all the other areas, the little like empty bits. And then we will start on some more, I'll have to like set my face and do a little bit more details. But for right now, I'd say this is probably good. So the white, I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's a hair patchy. It's not great, but that's all right. We're just gonna keep going. And I do want to tell you a little bit more about my Twitch journey, right? So I've been doing some gaming stuff, and mainly I focus on like Sims content, which I've played The Sims since I was a literal child. The Sims 1, Making Magic, I think was my like first Sims game I ever played. I've always been a bit of a Sims nerd. I've always been super into Sims. I've really enjoyed it my whole life. Plus, what really excited me about it was that I could do a lot of like creative building and interior design stuff. If you don't know, I have a background in interior design. And I have a degree in that. That's what my job is. And at the time that I started working on a lot of those Sims related things on YouTube first, I didn't get to have much creativity in my everyday life. Because at the time I was doing a job that was a little bit less creative and a lot more technical. I did, however, get a chance to switch over to a team that is a bit more creative and fun. And do some more design work, renderings and things like that really bring me a lot of joy. And so I've been having a ton of fun with that, like an unbelievable amount of fun, right? So much fun. However, I still am like obsessed with Sims. So I don't build as much. I do a lot more gameplay. I do enjoy building still. I mean, the same thing is true for Sims though, as it is for YouTube, right? Like I love it. I just don't like editing videos. So I was kind of trying to decide like, what can I do to like still make content, make Sim stuff, like play the game, not have to like worry about editing videos all the time. Cause I am not good at editing. Well, I'm decent at editing. I just don't enjoy editing. That's the difference, right? And I find no fun in it. I don't get excited to do it. It actually is like such a drag on my day. The idea of even like having to edit, export, post, like all that is just so much work that I don't care about. So I was really trying to figure out a way to do that. And I realized, why don't I stream on Twitch? Now, I must admit, streaming, terrifying. It's kind of a thing, you know, trying to like put yourself out there and do that is really scary. So I thought about it a lot. I really prepared myself, like all the things that I thought I needed before I could get started. I really made sure I had them all and I was like real ready. And finally I did it back in April of this year for the first time. And I had a ton of fun. And I'm still doing it. So now it is obviously October. So we are hitting 6 months, I guess, of me streaming. And I'm really enjoying it. I have gotten to the point where I am an affiliate, so I can have subscriptions. People can pay to not have ads on my Twitch channel, and you get like sub emotes that I drew. Same with my sub badges, all the above. So that's really fun for me. I'm really enjoying that like so much. And I play a lot of The Sims, but I also play a lot of other stuff. Like I play escape games, I play with my friends sometimes. I also play like Stardew Valley, and it really got me into like a bunch of different types of games that I wasn't really into before. So I'm just having a ton of fun and I'm really enjoying it. So I mean, if you're interested in like The Sims 4 or, you know, just seeing more of me for some reason, if you're into me, feel free to head on over there. I'll have it linked down below, my Twitch channel, plus, you know, all my socials. Yeah, I'm not doing it because I'm like, I want to make money, so let's fucking go nuts. I'm doing it because I enjoy it, right? And once it becomes not fun anymore, I probably won't do that either. But for now, I am enjoying it and I'm having a lot of fun and I think it's great. So if you're ever interested in stuff like that, feel free to check that out. I'm live typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Twitch from 8:30 p.m. EST until about like 11. Why am I just covered in shit? Like we're not even through the hard part yet and I'm covered. I mean, well, I'm covered, but like I'm covered, you know what I mean? So I mix a little color. I took the bright pink, the white, and like the peachy color and mixed them all together. I have it on my brush and we're gonna start painting the chest. Actually, you guys can see this better. Let's start painting this top of my head. You guys can't see this so good, but you can see this. So let's do this. I'm also gonna paint this area pink, this little gap pink, and then I'm gonna have to take a nice detail brush and try and go between the teeth a little bit, and then down here and my arm where my bone is. So that's what we're up to. Let's see, I think I started around 9. It is 10:25. So I guess that I'd be done around 11. I mean, sorry, not 11. 1 a.m. That was my assumption. Roughly 1 will be when I am finished. And let's see how accurate that is. It'd be kind of a fun adventure to figure out. I was supposed to have like an important meeting in person tomorrow with some people I'm working with. However, luckily it got changed to remote because I'm gonna be stained and covered in green and pink for probably a couple days. So thankfully I don't have that meeting anymore. OMG, also elephant in the room I completely forgot to address. I'm still in the same apartment. I just don't sit over there anymore. I sit by the door in the window because my mental health was struggling with being in the dark. So now I sit over here. So I can be near the light during the day and I get a cool, cute little backdrop. It works. It works. But I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna go paint all these things. This battery is about to run out. So I'm going to switch the battery with the one that's charged. And I'll come back and I'll be all painted and I'll also be powdered. Okay? See you in a minute. So I'm back. It's time, I believe, for some of these. And so I painted everything pink. I have fully dusted, I mean, I guess I've powdered my whole face. This brush is a hot ass mess. But we are gonna do what I think would be a good idea is the like black detail outlines. And then from there we can start to do some shading with shadow and things like that. I also need to paint my eyebrows, which I do think I want to start with. And I'm going to paint them, the picture I'm working off of. I didn't even realize that I was doing this, but I guess I'm kind of doing it opposite. So she was pink with a green interior. Interior. I'm gonna do obviously green with the pink, so maybe I'll do my eyebrows pink. So I am simply just painting over my eyebrow hairs. This would probably be a lot easier if I blocked my eyebrows out, but knowing that I have to do that multiple times over the course of the next few weeks, I decided I didn't want to do that today. So we're gonna make it work with what we've got going on. And I am going to be making a really blocky, dramatic eyebrow. Remember, this is pop art, right? So like the point is that this is supposed to be a little bit more, you know, over exaggerated. There's gonna be lots of black outlines, all that jazz. Picture like 2016 block eyebrow, except pink, you know? That's kind of what I'm going for, you know what I mean? Well, that was easy. Took me a good 2 minutes and our eyebrows are on. So what we're going to do is we're going to be needing to do some detailed line work. Now, based off of what I've seen on the one and only Glow Up, they talk about how using a really long brush is actually better than using a short brush. I had intentionally purchased this really tiny little brush knowing that it'd be good for details, but it's so damn small, I can't even find it. But both of these can be used very detail-like. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up. Look at me in my influencer era. See how tiny those little brushes are? The problem is that they're really, really short, right? So I don't think they're gonna be good for this scenario. I think what I'm gonna try to use, and I hope I don't regret this, I'm gonna try to do this one. Maybe I'll start down on my arm, so if I don't like it, then I can like grab a different brush. But I'm wondering if this might be the best bet. Also, I am wearing a shirt. I know, shocking, but I am. Like, it's fine, right? Like, whatever, it's done. You know, I can't like do much about it now, right? The thing is, when I do my chest, that is gonna be a challenge. So I think I'm gonna start with just like the general outline. This is very hard for me to do on camera, so I'm sorry if you can't really see it, but we're gonna do our best, right? So okay. I kind of started to get carried away. You know, like I was gonna just outline. And then I was like, yeah, I'll just outline and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you about what I'm doing. And then I started messing around with the bones and I had committed, and then I did the eye. And then I was doing the brain, which by the way, not looking how I want it to. But you know, nevertheless, we're making progress. So I figured I should come back here and be like, hey guys, what's up? This is what I'm doing. So here's my brain. Is this what I planned on for the brain? Absolutely not. Is it what I've committed to for the brain? Absolutely. Now, there's some more details that she has on hers that I do want to, I think, incorporate. However, this brush is really tough to get like little tiny lines with. So I think I'm gonna do a couple more, like more larger, less detail required lines. And then I'll do some of the more like finer details with a smaller brush. Cause it feels like that'll be a better solution, but There are some like neck details that might be nice. Ooh, that is not straight at all. She's doing her best, but it's not that great. Like I'm kind of trying to follow what is naturally a part of my face, I guess. Similarly, we're gonna head up to the temple area. I'm going to what else? She did like a line on her chin. My lines are not straight at all. So like, don't come for me, okay? The other lines that I do enjoy, she has like that. What I do really like is she has these little lines. Just kind of like define the nose. You know? That's a nice little detail. We're gonna add, she kind of like did out her nose in like a skeleton-y vibe. I am gonna try. I'm not good at skeleton noses, but I think it will help with the effect. Let me tell you, painting inside your nose with a brush, one of the tickliest things you're ever gonna do in your life. Most of you won't ever do it. I get it. I did. It's tickly. I mean, we're somewhere, right? Like we're not thriving, but we're somewhere. I'm not like in love with everything that's happening, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I need to outline the teeth with my little brush, and then I would like to do some white highlights and then do some shading. Hopefully that will be all I have to do because it is 12:27 a.m. and this is as far as I've gotten. I don't feel like that's enough. And that's not great, but here we are. Thriving. So let's do some teeth outlines. I know myself. Whenever these looks happen, like they take way longer than I think they will, and then I'm sad. So let's see, can I get like up close and personal with this mirror? I probably can. My hand is not steady enough for this, I can promise you that. My camera is gonna turn off in just a second. I will continue to do these, whether you see all of them or not, who's to say? Most likely not. And then we will be back with some white paint. Come on. No, I know it's hard. The camera doesn't understand that I'm a face. However, slight complication. This battery also gonna die soon, so we kind of have to like speed her up. So I am going to take my paint and I'm going to dip into a brand new white because the other one looks rough. This brush is not the color I want. It is like pink. Don't worry. I switched to a different one. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some highlights in some areas. For example, I think I'm going to add a couple highlights on the side of the nose. Maybe like in the center of the nose. Also like along this edge that we have created here. Oops. Ah! That one did not do what I wanted. This camera is so sad at me. There we go. You can kind of see where I'm doing some of the highlights, right? Okay, and now I did some of those highlights. I'm just gonna take my black and go back over some of the areas like around the brain where it's just a little rough now. Here, let me pull my mirror up so you can see me do it. Since my battery's gonna die, what I'm going to do, I am going to do some of the shading off camera. When we come back, I'm going to probably show you what I'm gonna do on my lips. My eyes will probably be done as well. So the goal is to do like a big black smoky eye. Just make it dark, kind of make my eyes like hollow out, kind of disappear a little bit. I'm gonna do some shading. We're gonna try to make, you know, some of the bits of the brain look a little bit more 3D, some of this area a little bit more 3D, and then we'll come back and I'll do lips with you and then we'll end it off because I need to let my battery charge. That one is not done charging yet over there. And this one is about to die. So also, I didn't mention this before, but when I was gone, I did do like this black outline here, which is really fun. And that is going to just like thin me out a little bit and just kind of make the illusion that I am not quite as like alive. You know, like I'm really like sunken, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. So yeah, we'll do lips, and maybe I'll have my wig on by then and we can just do lips together and call it a night. So my eyes will be done and then we'll see what it looks like. So I have this janky ass wig on, which kind of feels fitting for what we're doing, right? And I think what I want to do is like a dark green lip, similar to how the picture I'm looking at is, you know, the color of the lip is just a darker version of the actual skin tone. So I do think I want to try that. I'm glad I painted my hair black because we are getting some little peaks. This part of the hair is, the wig is doing its best. Okay, nobody said it was going to be like amazing. No one here is shocked but you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my itty bitty widow brush and I'm going to dip into my dark green and just make a nice dark green lipstick, and going to probably overline a hair. It feels fitting. Also, when I say dark green lipstick, I definitely mean paint. So don't be alarmed. I also would like to point out as I'm doing this that it is currently 2:12 a.m. So saying I was going to be up until 1 was still not even accurate. Okay, I do have a lip on. I do want to outline it because that is kind of the whole point here. I'm going to take my little tiny brush that I used with the black, but where did it go? I found it, don't worry. I was alarmed for a second, but I found it. I am going to get that all on the black. Going to outline our lips. All right, we have lips on. And then we just need highlights and then we're done. We're so close. I'm gonna give it a second to dry and then we'll add the highlights and then I can do some posing. You can see where my hair actually comes in. This wig is not on well. You know, for a girl who keeps pretending like she can put on wigs and things, you would think that I would like actually figure it out someday, but today's not that day. You ready for the montage? Well, what do you say? I'd say that it's safe to say that I've improved a lot since the last pop art zombie, right? I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder because I promise that the viewfinder, at least from this far away, it makes me look much better than I do IRL. Only because this wig is just really janky and we're just gonna ignore that, okay? She didn't even properly like braid her hair for this, so we're not gonna judge her for all the chaos. She's doing her absolute best, and that's all we can ask her for, okay? So anyways, this is our finished look. This is our pop art zombie, a little bit like pin-up-y, a little bit cutesy patootsy, you know? I do need to go take pictures of this. I need to finish some TikToks, and I do need to shower and go to bed. And it's 2:21 a.m. So I need to do that like right now. But if you did enjoy this, just know that I will be coming out with 3 more looks this year for Halloween. So every Friday at about 3 p.m., 4 p.m. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But feel free to like and subscribe so you can make sure that you were here for the rest of those videos. And I hope that you thought this was at least moderately cool, entertaining, exciting. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're here watching me come back to this. Just for now. I'm not making any promises because Twitch is where it's at. That's all I have to say. But I need to go to bed. So thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day, week, month, or year. And I'll see you all next time. Bye. Oh my gosh.